Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. It's the weekend or the Monday after the holiday. Hope you had lots of fun with your family and were able to have a great dinner and to share the time as family time. I know there are a lot of positives with being together as a family, and there are some negatives with that particular holiday because it affected some other people in a terribly dramatic way. And I hope that as time goes on, we can acknowledge some of the wrongs and make them right by celebrating for different reasons, for family, for love, for those kinds of things. And, like I always say, we can never go back and fix what happened at that moment in time. All we can do is move forward and make tomorrow, right this minute, tomorrow, and the next many years to come better and learn from our errors as humans. Anyways, I have a little bit of a cold, so please excuse me. I had a very good holiday as well. I was able to spend it with family, and actually, I tried to do a Friday video for you. I had Ninja Turtle and one of the Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man in the house, and they were going to do the interview with me, but Marvel Comics has a very strict policy about not showing your face on camera, and so my Spider-Man kept trying to show his face before I could get to the end of the video. So, needless to say, I'm here this morning just telling you about how fun it was trying to have the Spider-Man and Turtle both in the video for you. And you can just imagine at young ages what that's like. So it was very interesting and a lot of fun. I've kept the videos for myself just to refer back and hear what they did for Thanksgiving and all the hoo-yah there. So anyways, I hope that you were able to, from our last time that we did get to talk, to visit with your family and maybe learn some new things about family and things in history you didn't know about for your family. I did receive a great gift. My dad passed away several years back, and we were a little bit estranged from each other. And that was okay. Sometimes that happens in families. There are reasons, and we did talk, just not really a lot. I knew he did some work in genealogy, and he had given, or his wife had given my brother a lot of his genealogy work. Well, my brother was kind enough to pass that on to me this weekend, and I wanted to show you what that looked like. I have this huge, I'm sorry about the light, it's not the greatest. I have this huge box full of documentation for the Shelton line. Now, I have to go through those books. I have to go through them and see what I need out of there and what I maybe don't, excuse me. And see what I can do with. I would have to have a very large library in my home to take in all of the documentation that is out there on doing research, and I just don't have that size of home right now. So I've decided that once I go through these books and I take what I need from them, that I'm going to donate them to a local genealogical library so that they can add them as a resource for other people who might be doing their research that may not be in touch with me. And so I think that's a very good thing to do with something. If you don't have room for it, do the best you can. Get the information that you need from it. There are places out there, libraries, genealogical libraries, churches. Just ask around and find out who has a great center for taking something like that in and put it to use for other people and other family members that may come up that you may not even know. So that's my little bit of information today for you. I wanted to talk about my painting. I've been working on her and trying to improve upon her and adding some things. So when I first started, it was these 3 large pieces in here and just working on her face over time. But I also added this beautiful wolf here. I hope you can see him okay. He came out pretty neat, and he's actually an Italian wolf. Now in Italy, there are only 3,000 or so of these animals left. they are listed as endangered, which always hurts your heart because, you know, a species is coming to its end if we don't look out, and we don't want that. So anyways, he came out pretty nice. And this is my Celtic knot, which takes in several countries. But just to add it to my picture, I still have two other elements I want to add into this picture as time goes on. And like I told you, there are no right or wrongs with art. It's very subjective. You try to do what works for you and what you like. I did update her tattooing a bit to add some black in there, because when I read about the history of these tattoos, they would be black. I believe they also went over the lips, but I haven't been able to find really great documentation on that for the Choctaw Nation. I can just see these very clearly. Sometimes there were two, sometimes there were three or four. Sometimes they did go down the chin and across the lip, it looks like. But like I said, I still have to do some more searching on that. And if I can't find it for sure, I'll leave her as this. This is a good documentation of the tattooing. But it would have been mostly black with a blue hue to it, and they would have used some kind of pine needle or needle to put that on, so it would have been more than likely dots in here. And so just trying to be as accurate as possible. I really like how it's coming along. I hope that I can get the face detailed enough that you can at least say, yeah, that might be Sean, and maybe not. We'll just call her somebody else, right? Anyways, it's origins, and it's what I like to do, and I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you like to do. I want to remind you that happy is a choice. There are a lot of negative people out there. In fact, this world is full of negative. Find some way to make it positive for yourself. Be happy. Make it start with you. Keep your children close. Watch over them. It only takes a second for somebody to come into your life and change it forever. Don't let that happen to you or your family. Your blood calls you, so you go find it. I keep working on mine. I don't want to quit. It's really wonderful information. Remember that we're all part of the greatest tribe, which is the human tribe on Earth. And we know there's good, bad, and ugly in that. And we know that it was founded by the greatest warrior of all, God. So let's try to be as best of people as we can. If you like what you see here, go over to YouTube for me, to Native by Heart Art, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you have questions I might be able to help you with, or good comments, please let me know. Love to see them. And don't forget my website, Native by Heart Art. It's a work in progress, as I am as well. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and thank you for tuning in, and be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.